Daddy. Daddy. Trump was called Daddy, and not by his wife. Somebody called Trump Daddy. And this is NATO. And he's being asked this question, and the president is laughing, okay? I don't think this is the one drop. Oh, this is where he calls him Daddy, and then it goes to the next one. Watch this clip here, folks. Go for it.
I mean, we may do papers on it, Marco. Maybe we're going to do papers. I don't even know if you need them. They're not going to be fighting each other. They've had it. They've had a big fight, like two kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language to
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while, you have to use a certain word.
I think we have to join the house.
Daddy. It wasn't called in the
like
daddy
has
like
to
a
come
daddy.
in
Like it's not like call her daddy or call Trump daddy. But it was daddy's got to get it done. But watch this here. This is such a funny moment. And the best part about this clip is try to watch Marco Rubio trying to keep a straight face. Watch this, folks. Go ahead. Focus on Marco Rubio.
Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No? He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Do you regard your NATO allies, though, as kind of like children, and they're obviously listening to you and they're spending more, and you're obviously appreciative of that, but do you hope that actually they're going to be able to defend themselves, defend Europe on their own without...
I think they need help a little bit at the beginning.
All right, so that's that part about the daddy conversation of going back and forth, which is kind of interesting to watch. Watch this one, Rob?
So this is Mark Rutte, the NATO National Security Advisor, who called Trump daddy in the first place. And here he is explaining why he does believe that Trump deserves the daddy title.
Go for it.
Deborah Haynes from Sky News. Hello. The language that you have used when talking to Donald Trump has been notable because of its flattery. Today you called him daddy. You sent a text message to him that was gushing with praise. Is this the way that you feel you have to act when doing business with the US president, through flattery and praise? Isn't it a bit demeaning, and doesn't it make you look weak?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a bit of a question of taste, but I think he's a good friend. And when he is doing stuff which is forcing us to, for example, when it comes to making more investments, would you ever think that this would be the result of this summit if he would not have been elected president? Do you really think that 7 or 8 countries who said, yeah, somewhere in the 2030s we might meet the 2%? We've now all decided in the last 4 or 5 months to get to 2%.
Bingo.
So doesn't he deserve some praise?
Bingo.
And when it comes to Iran, the fact that he took this decisive action, very targeted, to make sure that Iran would not be able to get its hands on a nuclear capability,
Tom,
I think he deserves all the praise.
Rob, you can pause that. How big of a deal is this, Tom? That he's getting, just a few years ago, he's calling on NATO. It was like, what's the big deal? Leave him alone. And I was like, oh, shit. We're paying more. They're not paying it. Why are we paying it? Should we worry about it? They're your neighbors. How big of a deal is this that even now they're flipping, leaders are defending Trump?
Well, I think there's two key angles here. One, there is a demonstrative change that is happening in the way that the foreign leaders and people are responding to Trump.
Yeah.
It is different than it was 60 days ago. It's especially different than it was 14 days ago, and very, very different from when he first stepped in, was talking about tariffs, everybody around the world. This crazy person was talking about tariffs.
Yep.
There has been a big change in that. The second line is, look at the bias of Sky News. That's from the UK. Look at her bias. Oh, you're calling them your children. Isn't that disrespectful? And then she's talking to him. Oh, don't you think that looks weak? This is not a media searching for an answer. This is not a media looking for how do we get this together to build economic stability to the benefit of all people. This is media looking for a cheap headline as this liberal reporter from Sky News has the opportunity to ask questions of two of the major leaders on the stage. She chooses that. That's what she chooses. I have zero respect for her as a reporter. You have an opportunity to cover such big issues. Oh, and you focus on daddy because you're trying to instigate it. Anything but Trump. Anything but Trump.
You think she was being unfair? You think she was being a little unfair, trying to look for a soundbite?
I'm going to hold back. But yes, and I think
Do you guys know each other? Like, do you?
Don't hold back, Tom.
Yeah.
no.
It almost seems like it's personal.
I
like-
think that reporter is
What's her name? Can we look up this?
She
did
is
she go to Cal State
emblematic of
University
what is
Northridge?
wrong. Look, the press of Walter Cronkite looked for the story.
Yeah.
The press of the history looked for to bring
see something for sure.
transparency to the people. She looks to bring controversy, and she's not alone. She is no different from Joy Reid, a liberal press trying to go after leaders and create headlines and controversies when there's really nothing there.
Pissed off.
And mind you, he didn't call him daddy. He's saying in regards to how he's handling it, they would consider him daddy.
She tried to leverage it. Do you think that children?
Yes.
No, I think that you're being completely immature and childish in the way you're trying to approach this. Meanwhile, it just grates on the media that the world leadership is starting to coalesce and starting to show some respect and starting to come together because you know what
Very
they're
good
thinking?
point, Tom.
You know what the media is thinking in their rooms when they do prep?
Very good point.
They're thinking this. Oh shit, it's working for
That's
them.
right. They're getting along. They're getting progress being
God.
made. And they do not want that because they need a little bit of the division. I don't know your relationship with that lady, whether you guys went to school together or any of that stuff. But I agree with the part on what you're saying, the fact that this is bringing nations together. There was a moment that I want to share with you it's a very emotional moment. And this lady is talking to the president about her husband being at war. And it's such a beautiful exchange. It's such a beautiful, innocent exchange. Rob, I texted it to you. If you can pull this one up, we moved on from CSUN. I just want you to go. If you can pull this up on the clip, I literally just texted it to you right now. So this reporter is asking a question. She's from Ukraine, okay? She's concerned for her husband. And look at a president response. I love this. Go for it.
Use Ukrainian.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Oh,
so my question to you is whether or not the U.S. is ready to sell anti-air missile systems Patriot to Ukraine. We know that Russia has been pounding Ukraine really heavily right now.
Are you living yourself now in Ukraine?
My husband is there.
Wow.
And
I can see you're very, it's amazing.
And me with the kids, I'm in Warsaw actually, because he wanted me to be.
Is your husband a soldier? No?
He's
there now?
Yeah.
Wow. That's rough stuff, right? That's tough. And you're living here?
In Warsaw.
And you're a reporter?
I am.
Good. So let me just tell you, they do want to have the missiles, okay, as they call them, the Patriots. And we're going to see if we can make some available, They're very hard to get. We need them too. We were supplying them to Israel. And they're very effective, 100% effective. Hard to believe how effective. And they do want that more than any other thing, as you probably know. That's a very good question. And I wish you a lot of luck. I mean, I can see it's very upsetting to you. So say hello to your husband, okay? Thank you.
You can see.
I love it. Listen, with all the stuff that's happening, that's a genuine, he actually gives a damn about people. I get it. It's a crappy situation with everything that we've done with that war. Yeah. But when he's actually like, so where are you? Is he here? Is there? Nobody really gives a shit. He actually does care. And that's why I love his eyes.
It was a great moment. Adam, your thoughts on that moment there?
So I'll tell you a funny story. One time I'm looking at my phone, I get a call and a text, and it's from someone named Daddy. And it said, come to my office right now. I said, holy shit, what is going on here right now? That was PBD. I don't know. Somehow PBD is in my phone as Daddy. But here's the deal. When Daddy calls, you pick up the damn phone and you listen. This whole conversation around Daddy, I know that they're making a joke. Oh, is he Daddy? Trump is your daddy. You know, there's the famous podcast, Call Her Daddy? No. Call him Daddy. That's who Trump is at this point. So NATO's calling him Daddy. The Latinos in Miami are calling him Papi. You know, Usher had a song called Daddy's Home. They're playing that left and right on the interweb. Trump's the man. Trump, undisputably at this point, not like 2016, Trump is the #1 leader in the world, unquestionably. In 2016, when Trump was the president, he was getting basically dismantled left and right by his own party, by the Democrats, by the swamp, by the media. This time, Trump's coming in and going, I'm the man. And I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make the world a better place and protect America and utilize America first. So it turns out that everything that Trump said in 2016, a lot of it is right. Drain the swamp? Well, turns out we need to do that. Build the wall? Turns out we need to do that. And in this particular case, make NATO pay. That's exactly what's happening. Because, everyone's talking about the daddy thing, but here are the three biggest takeaways that happened at the actual meeting. Number one, NATO agreed to up their defense spending from 2% to 5%.
That's a big deal.
In the next 10 years.
Crazy. Right.
So 2035. So what? You were paying $1 billion? Now you got to pay $2.5 billion for your defense? Yes.
Their
NATO
fair
member,
share,
whatever
Adam,
it is.
it's their fair
exactly.
share.
Pay your fair share. Make NATO pay. Number two, Trump doubled down on exactly what he did in Iran. The world is a safer place. Pete Hegseth came out and said what he had to say. But the last part here, the guy that called him daddy, his name is Mark Rutte. He's the attorney, the Secretary General of NATO. He basically came out and said, thank you, daddy, for coming here and saving NATO. So, there's a whole conversation of like Anthony McEnany talking about make daddy a sandwich. Make daddy a sandwich and let Trump keep doing Trump. That's daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom. By the way, tell them the whole story about why the phone said daddy. Because the user on Apple, when I was flying, it wouldn't let me text. And one of my accounts from 20 years ago, 15 years ago, has daddy in it. But that's a
Okay,
completely different
Papi.
story.
I see what's going on.
So we're going.
Papi chulo.
Papi chulo in Miami.
Let me go to the
¿Qué
next.
pasó?
Folks, if you're watching this, one of the things that is very important in a time like this, while all the chaos are happening, if you're running a small business or you're an executive or somebody that's a startup, you're trying to raise money, you're trying to sell your business, you're trying to make proper strategic partnerships, maybe take your comp plan to a different level, variable comp to a different level. You want to find a better way to expand your business model, expand your podcast. We had a guy that came to us, a doctor, at 288 subscribers on his podcast. Within 90 days, I think he's at 160,000 subscribers right now. We spend an entire day with him at our consulting firm. The one thing most people don't know about is the fact that we engage with about 10,000 people worldwide in 60 plus countries at Bet David Consulting. If you're a small business owner, we have this 5x5 program that we go through, 5 challenges you face at 5 different phases of your business. We've been talking about this now for 3 years. If you want to get this 5x5 brochure that we have, go to betdavid.com, my last name, betdavid.com. All the way at the bottom, if you want to engage with one of our consultants, whether it's myself, Tom, or someone else, or find out about our events, go to betdavid.com, fill out the information all the way at the bottom, put your phone number in, put your email in. One of our guys will get a hold of you. We'll talk to you about what we have to offer here and share with you the PDF of the 5 challenges every founder faces at 5 different phases of their business. So again, go to betdavid.com. This is all free. There's an 18-minute video that breaks down the challenges as well for you to watch, specific to those of you that are running businesses, executives that want to take your business to the next level, and find strategies to excel during these chaotic times. Don't do it alone. If there's anything I would tell you is don't do it alone during these seasons.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.